Welcome back, boys and girls. This is episode 50.
50. Happy anniversary.
I know. Well, we're not going to really celebrate this too much, only because 52 is our year.
I think it's
so,
more important.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's awesome that we remembered it's 50.
I know. Well, I mean, when I say it's 50, I mean I'm like 80% sure it's 50.
Yeah, for you those listening, we don't really think it's our anniversary.
Well, I don't know. Rebels poured. The Bourbon's poured.
Bourbon is poured.
Red Bull's popped. Mine's already done, so you're going to have to help me out
We didn't
here.
make eggnog. We have eggnog. We just didn't make it.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's a long night. Don't get ahead of ourselves.
Hope that's distracting.
So pop your Rebel. Just let them know.
Well, I should probably not put that on. Oh, yeah, shit. Let me spray my computer quick.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, we have last week we had another video problem, though Adam did put the video up, which was good.
Well, I forgot to put the video down because I got drunk Friday night. So, like, some of you little bastards out there, we got it early. We got like 20 views before I was able to make it private.
Motherfuckers.
But thanks for watching, though.
Yeah, and and we're totally trying to do every single week. We're trying to do not live video, so you can watch us on YouTube on Wednesdays. Yeah. And also podcasts, so you can listen to it. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we have a podcast on iTunes. If you're watching this or if you're listening to this on iTunes, you can, or Stitcher, whatever the hell you're listening on, you can watch us on YouTube. And the YouTube video this week and coming out further is going to be much more high quality because we're going to record locally, and we're going to use like the audio tracks with our sexy microphones.
I think it's like 50 minutes in, the video just cuts out. So.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say, Laurel, we did not forget actually. We kind of did forget your zombie box, but
in the short term,
what we're trying to do is we have these things. This is an advertisement, but we have loot crates, and we're due for another one, so we're just gonna build you a loot crate out of our loot crates.
Sounds lovely.
And then we're gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
I also have another little special gift for you that I will put in it. But our loot crate.
Do I know what that is?
No.
Okay.
But
it's not dick in a box, is it?
No.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say you would need maybe like a matchstick box.
Our new yeah. But our new loot crate should be here, I think, by the end of the week. So.
Okay, sweet. And we might get an amiibo, which we don't give a shit about, but we will totally put in the podcast room or in Laurel's loot crate.
I think we're gonna send it to Laurel.
Yeah, sorry, Laurel. No.
You're a silly bastard. You're funny.
Yeah. What a sweet kid.
Yeah, but I will send it. I wanted to make like a cool like gift box out of my loot crate stuff. So
maybe we'll put a Red Bull in there. Who knows?
If you guys want loot crate, use our link. I think you save $5 a month or something like that. There's a discount. It's not like an advertiser. We're not advertising for it.
No.
It's something we like. I think it's fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't think I'll keep it forever.
It's similar to Fancy Box. It's just a fun monthly surprise. Yeah, absolutely. We've been up to a few things.
Some things.
A lot of things. No, not a lot of things.
That's just silly.
Number one, Adam's trying to, as like a pre-Halo, like intro to Halo, back to first-person shooters. This is the worst thing we could have done, by the way.
Yeah.
Because they could not be more different.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun.
It was really fun. Adam decided we should start playing. Titanfall had a DLC that was, or not even DLC, just
like
an add-on,
like update.
A free one, an update. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. That's called Frontier Defense, and he made me play it a couple times, and it was actually a blast.
It's fucking awesome.
It's sad because we didn't not play Titanfall because we didn't like Titanfall. We love Titanfall. Yeah, we just happened to get into Dota 2 like that week, and that was the only reason we never really played it.
I was thinking it because we're gonna have to have like our game of the year, or not game of the year, but our favorite things. We'll do like, because when we first started off the show, like we just happen to start towards the end.
We're gonna have to mirror that.
So we'll have our favorite things of the year, and Titanfall is absolutely on my list.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't play it as much as I like.
I know, it's sad because we really did enjoy it.
And you got to remember that it's a 2014 game. It did come out this year.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking good. Like,
it's a great game.
Frontier Defense, if you guys don't know, actually, since we're still in this month, actually I don't think it's still on there. But Titanfall was $25 on Xbox Live Marketplace.
Was it?
I think they moved. I think they may have taken it off.
Yeah, it's the holidays coming up. There'll probably be deals out there.
But yeah, that game is it's really fucking good. But Tower Defense is kind of like a Tower Defense mode survival kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you ever played Gears of War.
Yeah, it's kind of like a horde mode.
Horde mode. It's very similar. Instead of not dying, you have to protect a tower. That's the only really difference. Each map has
anywhere from like 2 to 5 waves, and you just survive and protect this object. And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, what's cool about it is they make it like so it's not just like the way that it differs from horde mode, other than the fact that you're not surviving, it's that you have to protect a tower, is that you can't just like wall yourselves up in a corner and kill things. Like they put these mortar teams out there that shoot from far away, so you have to really use teamwork to like someone's got to go out far away, someone's got to stay near, and you get turrets to put up between rounds that really matter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you have like these little suicide specters which just run up on things and just explode.
Right.
Which are really fun because like you can shoot one, if there's like 9 behind it, it's gonna knock them all out.
Right.
But if those fuckers, those little bastards get near you, they're gonna kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll take out your whole tank because this is a massive explosion.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also awesome. Like you said, you can't put yourself in a wall and just fire straight.
Right. You really need to kind of chase in a way.
Because there's like these things called nuke titans, and once you destroy them, they explode and they'll destroy everything around them. And some matches you'll have 20 of them per round, so you have to go out and engage them farther than what you want to do, and then you just kind of like back yourself up. And it's a really fun game. I can't describe how much fun it is. If you have,
if you can't tell by the amount of F-bombs Adam's dropping,
right?
He's excited about this.
It's so like F-bombs, you mean fun bombs, right?
Right.
It's so fun. Like I haven't played video games like that in a while. Like I probably played, I don't know, 12 hours of it last weekend.
Yeah, I only played a few games, but it was really fun.
It's so good. Like in each round, like some maps are easier than others, but they change up like the waves and stuff.
They're way different each map, which is cool.
There's this one, it's so funny. I don't know the names of the maps, but there's 2 rounds. In the first round, they drop in one guy. It's just like one grunt, and he runs out there and you kill him. And it's 2 rounds. The next round is like 60 titans and like 20 of them are mortars, like 10 of them are nukes, and like 10 of them are different type. They're suicide. It's impossible. I can't beat it.
Right. They just put it out there so you could get the tower between the rounds.
It's so fucking fun.
Yeah.
There's that.
How many
again?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
You're drunk tonight. You don't swear that much normally.
I know I don't. I'm usually pretty good.
I don't care. What was I gonna say though? That just
I don't
reminded
care
me.
either. But one of my biggest pet peeves is when people swear just to swear.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
So I apologize.
F-bomb should be reserved for I'm exciting.
I'm excited for it. No, I am excited for it.
You are excited.
Like I really like Titanfall, and you know what? Like when I started playing again, I was like, wow, I really suck at the wall jumping stuff. But that's something you get back pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. That game is so accessible and. It is amazing.
The controls are just very tight. That's like the first step to a great game is very tight controls.
Like when I remember like
the opposite of Volgar.
Yeah, it's anti-Volgar. But like I remember when we first started talking about the game, like when I described it one way is like if you think you can do it, then you can do it. Like if you keep that mentality, like I'm gonna jump here, there. You can do it because like if you touch something, your double jump automatically like kind of resets itself. Right. So you can use that. To your advantage.
I think Titanfall 2 is going to be a force, and hopefully it's on PlayStation as well, so everybody can. I mean, it's heavily rumored to be. Yeah. Hopefully it is because it'll be great for all gamers to have them. Because it's so funny because like, all the fanboys of both consoles, like everyone who owned a PlayStation was like shitting on Titanfall. It's like. I want everybody to be able to play. It's going to be great when everybody can play.
When you go back and think about like the Xbox One exclusives this year, they fucking nailed. God damn it! Now you get it in my head.
No, you're just swearing a lot.
They nailed it. Like all those exclusives from Titanfall to Sunset Overdrive, the Master Chief Collection. It's awesome.
Yeah, they really have had a lot. I mean, the big joke, obviously, because like Sony fans have been destroying Xbox for being less powerful and the whole 1080p thing, and Xbox fans are having a field day with the greatness awaits, greatness delayed, because I don't think there's any doubt that, and I say this owning all 3 consoles, that I would rather own an Xbox than a PS4 this year. I think that is very likely to change next year, but for me, first of all, Halo, we'll get to that, but that's a 10 to begin with. But yeah, the PlayStation third-party games are a little bit better. I would agree as far as graphics and stuff, although I like Xbox Live a little bit better for online play. But I think the exclusives for Xbox are better, honestly. I mean, the only game that I really kind of like, was really pumped about for PlayStation was Infamous. It just looked okay. I'm sure, and I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm sure it's very fun, but like as we've talked about in this podcast, we don't play a lot of single player games anymore. So like it has to really blow me away to play a single player game. I think
Infamous is one of those games like you like either really like it or you don't care about it. I was kind of in the middle. When I first bought it, I played it for like 2 hours. I was like, this game's not for me. Eventually, I went back and played it. I really liked it, but then like when the second one came out, I never played it.
Yeah.
The third one like came around, it was like, whatever.
Yeah, and but obviously PlayStation's gonna start off pretty fast next year with the Order. I'm not that excited for. It's got a lot of shit reviews, but Bloodborne looks really cool.
Yeah, but that got delayed.
Which one?
Bloodborne.
Yeah, but it only got delayed like
a month.
Yeah,
but,
that's
I mean,
not a big deal.
it's gonna be right around like Witcher time.
No, they delayed it out of the Witcher window.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think that might have been part of the reason they did it, because it was going head to head with the Witcher, which is very exciting.
This fall would have been so stacked if everybody didn't bounce out of it.
Yeah. Again, we've said this a billion times, so it's worth repeating. Both these consoles, no doubt in my mind, were slated for this year's November, right now to release.
I'm actually glad they weren't.
And it's.
Can you imagine having every single one of those games coming out now?
Well, no, but
everything we bought.
No, but I think they still would have been delayed. My point is that the consoles.
You think they would delay like?
Oh, absolutely. Because I think what would have happened was the consoles would have come out now.
Okay.
You would have gotten Sunset Overdrive as a launch title. You would have got Infamous as a launch title. You would have gotten Drive Club actually working. You would have gotten Halo the Master Chief Collection launch title. You know what I'm saying?
Insane.
But then you'd have next year where they wouldn't feel the need to rush these games.
Yeah.
I think it would have been amazing if those consoles actually came out. Also, Kinect might have never been killed, or they might have figured out that Kinect wasn't in their plans and killed it before it came out.
I love my Kinect.
Yeah, I do too.
I say it a lot.
I have no regrets.
It's all about the setup too, and some people I'm sure it just doesn't work where they're at, and that sucks for you.
It's not perfect. It's just like using Google Now or Siri. It's like it doesn't always work, but when it works, you're like, holy shit, that was way. Like when I say, okay Google, remind me July 27th to buy this for my brother or something, and that reminder, that is so much faster than going in and doing all that on my phone. And I feel like it's the same thing with Kinect. And another thing that is very underrated about Kinect is one of the coolest things I did with it was the first week I got it, I had Skyped with my brother, and he has 2 daughters, so he was sitting if you've ever Skyped with someone on a computer, it's very awkward. It's a very horrible angle of yourself. It's up your chin and shit. You're sitting on your couch,
and you kind of look down, so it kind of looks like you're fat.
Yeah, just you look. There's no worse looking person than someone Skyping with you. You know what I mean? And we were just sitting on our couches with our arms up, drinking wine, with his daughters running around the room, and it just felt like you were in the same room. And I think that's a very underused part of it. But I also love my PlayStation 4, so...
Yeah, I mean, you can't... as a gamer, you can't go wrong. It's awesome.
No, I love... The controller of PlayStation 4 is really awesome.
And, it's not on our notes, but also Nintendo stepping up their game. We both got messages on our Game Pass this week how we can pre-install Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's basically they're almost on par with Xbox with that. I mean, Xbox just started doing that recently.
I kind of want to do it, although I might not.
Are you worried that it'll never work?
No, I'm worried that Nintendo will fuck it up. We'll get it tonight.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, that's true though. That's a good point.
But we got to figure out what we're gonna do, because I think there's a bundle with the game in that.
Oh, that's true too, right?
Amazon sold out of.
Oh fuck!
So I'm working.
I don't understand why they wouldn't.
I'm working on a Kinect.
What Adam's talking about is the accessory that allows you to use the GameCube controllers. Yeah. But what's amazing about that is everyone wants to use the GameCube controller. Anyone who's a Nintendo fan has it. So why wouldn't they make more of those? They can be expensive to make. It just makes no sense to me.
At least do half of what the game, because they're saying there's more Smash Brothers Wii U pre-orders than there were Mario Kart.
Oh,
so
I'm
why
sure
not
there
just make at least half of that amount? For
I don't understand it. They're gonna sell eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? GameCube.
I understand not make. Yeah, what I say, Gamepad.
Gamepad.
Sorry, but I'm working on.
Trying to find one.
Yeah.
You got your FYE connection. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Good. Some
poor bastard in our hometown, if he ordered one, he's not getting it, because I'm gonna take it.
He's getting put back a step.
Yep.
Can we talk real quick about the fact that A, we have a Taco Bell in our town?
Oh, yes.
B, that your roommate called in sick because he was puking at work, and we saw him driving out of the drive-thru 10 minutes after he got home. So we called him sick because he was sick to his stomach, went straight to Taco Bell. That's dedication. Mm-hmm. Gotta love it.
Hey.
And then we saw your mom there, which was amazing too. Yeah. She was trying out the Taco Bell.
I got her hooked on Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Taco Bell's so fucking good. Can we talk about that?
How good is it?
Effing good. Sorry, now you make me feel like we're on Christian radio.
I want you not to swear for the rest of the episode. That'd be amazing.
Every time,
you've already used up your F-bombs.
Every time we play these games, Adam, don't touch anything. It just doesn't work out.
I don't want iTunes to put us at NC-17.
I want to put
Let's take our pants off. Yeah, right. That's probably closer to it. No, but yeah, that was an amazing. That was seeing him there was so funny. It made my whole night. All right, let's talk a little bit about Halo.
Okay.
So we got the Master Chief Collection. Yep. Super pumped about it. We preloaded it. We played it. Stayed up late.
Way past our bedtime.
And we knew to start the conversation where we're going with this, we knew that it probably wasn't going to work the launch night.
No.
Most big launches don't.
I pretty much asked you to play.
Yeah, I just figured it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But because most don't, because it's millions of people trying to log on at the exact same time. It is what it is. It actually launched, which I was impressed with.
Yeah, I like the
way
just
to play single player.
It's a little confusing. It's not confusing, but it's not like easy to do because you got to go like manage.
It was only confusing because we were like hitting A.
Yeah, but like it brings you to like the store instead of like.
Right. Yeah, I don't even remember.
Within the pins.
But I feel like if we waited another minute, it would have been on the home screen.
It brings you to download the last like kilobyte of a file.
Right, because that's like the activation file.
No. Isn't it funny? Chad got it.
He got like a 90 megs or something.
There were some people, Troutman I work with. He got an update too. We didn't get it.
It was like 90 megs. We just had to download like a meg maybe.
Yeah, I mean mine went like.
I mean Chad's was still up in a few minutes, but but anyway, yeah. So we downloaded it, we played it. Now what we're gonna get into here is obviously the broken matchmaking.
Yeah, which everybody by the time you hear is.
You know all about it, yeah. But we're going to segue into that. Let's first talk about how much effing fun we had playing those custom matches.
How much?
I said effing. That's why I did it.
No, what did you say?
I know how much freaking fun we had. There were a few times where we had the first thing me and Adam did was we played a custom match with me and him just on the new it's called Bloodline. Oh. We flew vehicles around.
It was a bloodbath for that capture the flag.
Yeah, no way. I only did that because I knew it would put vehicles in.
It was so fun.
Because if I didn't do that, it wouldn't have had all the vehicles.
I don't know how I feel about. Actually, I kind of like the flying thing, but I love the tank.
Would you know that's not in by default?
Oh, did you have to put it in there?
I added all vehicles, I think.
Okay, so if you
I did it manually.
like originally,
I'm not sure what it would be.
It should be the tank.
I'm not sure.
Because one of my favorite things to do is be like a dick and just back the tank up on the hill and fire it across the map.
See, but for me though, I think that what's going to be cool is with Halo 2, I don't think you'll get the tank by default. I could be wrong.
Halo 2. I'm thinking of Halo 1.
Halo 1 will have the tank. Sorry. So I think that's kind of cool because the one time that we got into a matchmaking game with Halo 1, we had the tank and we had a blast. Yeah. Like we were because you know what's cool about Halo 1? The vehicles are indestructible, so you can block a teleporter.
Yeah,
you can't do anything about it until you get there.
I really like capture the flag in Halo 1. I thought was awesome because like you can drive a vehicle when you have the flag, which was amazing. In Halo 2,
it's true. It's true. I could see.
Like,
I can see both ways.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely see both sides, but I think it's fun to play.
It is cool.
Because it's so fucking hard. God damn it. But it's so wow. I shouldn't feel guilty about it. I can swear all the time.
You don't have to feel guilty about it. You just said it's just because you said the F word like 15 times in the first 2 minutes.
What I swear. Oh shit! What was I gonna say? It's fun. Like
Warhog, yeah.
Like there's something about like if you attack a base, you drive all the way over there with the Warhog. You park it on one side.
You have like a solo capture, basically.
And you get like 2 kills, and then it's awesome to jump
it.
By the time you grab the flag, get back in your Warhog, and they're shooting at you, they're throwing grenades, and your thing's like rocking back and forth.
That's one of, and
maybe
the
a
same
tank
point,
misses you, and then it's just really fun.
To the same point, what I love about Halo 1, because the vehicles are indestructible, sometimes someone will hit you with a rocket, which, by the way, you have to lead, there's no rock on, or a tank, and the passenger will be killed, and the driver will just be spun like 100 yards instead of exploding. But then it's like a second fight where like you could hop out, try to snipe the tank, and like
I think that just adds a little bit more.
Yeah,
I think Halo 2 takes a little bit out of it.
See, I think your point is for Blood Gulch though.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think that for Halo 2 is a better game overall by far.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I kind of agree with the vehicles. Like, I don't like the fact that they're destructible. There's something about Halo 1 that was just the ultimate sandbox.
It just takes a little bit out of like the hero. Like you can't have like a big like. Say we're down 2-1, and like they can just sit there. And if you don't, say like me and you and our teammates, we go in there, we kill them all, and like they respawn, and people that are protecting me die. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna be able to run across the map. let me have that chance.
But there is, and I totally agree. I totally understand what you're saying. The flip side of that is there is something amazing about hiding, dodging, having your teammate come and pick you up with a warthog and driving away. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's awesome.
Which is pretty epic.
Or
as well.
like Halo 2, just keep driving around, like having your teammate and the gunning and the other person driving and doing that dick spin, how you spin around the base the whole time.
Right.
Just shoot everybody that comes through, and if they walk down, you run them over.
Right.
It's pretty much like drifting.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, and that just brings me to my next point, which is they had a IGN top 50, which obviously blows as everything does on all these major sites, but they ranked every single map, like 131 Halo maps.
Yeah, that's stupid.
One of the interesting parts about it to me though is like 100 through 131, there was a bunch of great maps in there, which just goes to show how great a lot of the Halo maps are. But number 1 was Lockout, which is absolutely one of the best maps. Okay. But I thought it was a little bit of a cop out because they chose it because it's the most famous map. To me, Blood Gulch is the best map. Yeah. Period. And
I like Sidewinders.
I think
Sidewinders got a lot of dead space in it though.
I like Sidewinders.
Nobody ever fought underneath the first teleporter from
the
far left map.
Yeah.
Once you get it, nobody's ever on the ground over there. It's either you're in a Warhog.
It's too big to an extent. Yeah. Blood Gulch to me is the perfect map.
But there were a lot of,
I know Blood Gulch was probably like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, somewhere in the top 10 in that list. But to me, Blood Gulch is the ultimate sandbox. Like Blood Gulch was so fun that we used to sit with my Xbox before there was online and like throw grenades in the air and shoot them like that. Yeah. We had fun. Like I would drive the Warhog and you would try to hit me with a rocket.
Yeah. Or we'd have people like lining up. And like 2 people would get in the Warhog, and they couldn't turn. They'd have to drive straight, kind of like through like a gauntlet kind of thing. Right. And we'd have to try to like blow them up.
Yeah, and like that was just, I don't know. That's just when I think of Halo, I think of Blood Gulch, and again, Lockout, I've had some amazing memories, but Blood Gulch to me is the ultimate Halo level.
And the pistol on the map is so much fun.
It is. And people always bitch about the pistol, but it's like, don't get me wrong, it's overpowered in Halo 1, but it's also half the fun. I don't know.
I think it takes...
Yeah, you have to hit the head.
Yeah, you have to
It sucks if you hit people in the chest. You have to hit them in the head. So if you're not hitting them in the head, then it's not that great of a gun. It is very weird going from 1 to 2 to 3. We never even played any 4.
I think it's easier to go backwards than it's forward, if that makes any sense. I feel like once you play Halo 2 and you drop back to Halo 1, it's real easy. But once you start getting used to Halo 1 and switching over to like the battle rifle shit.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because like
Halo 2 and 3 weren't too bad actually.
No,
when we played Halo 3.
I didn't understand all the grenade shit going on because I never played online. Grenades, and there's like a power up thing.
In what, Halo 3?
Is that like a bubble shield or something like that? Was that Halo 3?
Oh yeah, equipment. Yeah.
I didn't know how to use any of that stuff.
Yeah, you hit X. There doesn't affect the gameplay that much. There's a shield generator where like you and your teammates, it just if you lose your shield, it boosts it back up so you can drop it in an area. The shield is actually the coolest one. Someone can shoot you with
pick it up somewhere, or
it's just an item. You see it on the map. Okay. The shield is actually one of the coolest things. You throw it at the ground and it creates a little bubble shield. It's really cool.
From the video.
From the video, yeah.
I don't think I ever picked one up.
Yeah, I feel like that was only on big maps.
You know, to be honest, I did
Halo 3.
When we played the one Halo 3 custom match, I thought Halo 3 looked terrible compared to Halo Anniversary. Or Halo CE Anniversary and Halo 2.
Well, Halo 2.
It looked like shit.
Well, Halo 2, they some of those levels they created from the ground up.
Yeah.
Hey, I would say Halo 3 looked better than Halo 1 though.
Oh no. Oh, I don't know.
I do.
Maybe it's because we only played Blood Gulch.
Right.
And Blood Gulch pretty much is just open field and then the updated.
But I know what you're saying. I think Halo 1, 3, and 4 look very similar, which is what I think is
it was so bland.
Which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But my counter to that is, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but because Halo is like the ultimate arena shooter, I actually like those maps. They're very simple. That look like a simulator, right? Yeah. Like a war simulator. I kind of like those maps in Halo just because they fit the Halo atmosphere. But so anyway, we're going to have a full Halo talk next week about our review because we haven't played it quite enough yet because the matchmaking is completely and utterly broken right now. It's unusable. And one of the reasons I was so excited for Halo Master Chief Collection, other than all of the obvious things, is that you have matchmaking for Halo 1, which you've never had before because, by the way, which I don't know if you knew this, which wasn't actually planned for launch anyway. They were going to add it in shortly after.
What's that?
Halo 1 matchmaking.
Oh, okay.
But even though it's weird because
we got it. What are you talking about? We got it in an awesome 8-on-2 match.
Right, but they've put us in 2 Halo 1 games. Oh yeah, look, real quick. So the first night, we just
Oh yeah.
no, this is first
full
night.
night. Yeah,
We talked about how me and Adam just did like a custom game. We just fucked around. Before that, the only game we got into there was a real match made game. It first of all, it dropped us out of matchmaking, put us in someone else's private party, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Then it launched a Halo 1 on Hang 'em High. We were able to like kill one person, and then the game crashed.
I got killed so quickly twice.
Right, because it was the pistol, and then the game crashed like back to the like hard back to the dashboard.
What is that about the Xbox One that so many games crash right to the dashboard?
Yeah, it is weird. It's like a computer.
Is it like I guess actually that's kind of answer my own question. It's kind of better than having your system lock up, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But systems don't lock up, I guess, that much. But it is. I think it's because it's more like a Windows architecture than it is.
It's like it takes me back to the Battlefield 4 days. You'd be shooting somebody, and all of a sudden you see the Battlefield 4 like template or whatever.
Right, the rain on the street.
Yeah, it's like that's great.
So yeah, so the matchmaking is completely broken. Now, on night one, as I said, like we even talked about, okay, this is not gonna work. Right. So whatever, we'll give it a try.
I asked you what was our chance, and you said 3%.
Yeah.
So I think we may have beaten your.
Well, kind of. I don't know if that counts.
Might be close.
I think we got 3% of a game, so I think it was kind of spot on. Yeah. But yeah. So the point is, okay. So the night one, whatever. That's to me, that's not a big deal, especially at a midnight launch. Uh-huh. If you stay up for a midnight launch and it doesn't work, you deserve what you get. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That being said, major launches should work the next day. Now, my only defense of newer games on both systems is that they now have dedicated servers. And now, what I would think is that in the old Halo games, in the old console games, one person was the host, right? And I was always able to tell who was the host in Halo 2, because if you went to melee them, like the person who was the host would always win the melee battle because they were like a little bit faster. And you're never the host if you have shitty time war. You had to have like something fast. Point being is that I would think that dedicated servers would make launches easier, not harder. Yeah. And it turns out that picking a host locally in the game actually was like the easier way to do it, which was surprising to me. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's the way the old Call of Duties worked.
Right. All the old games were. And like, isn't that like counterintuitive though? You would think the dedicated servers would be simpler, but maybe it's just because they're not used to coding the dedicated servers, because everyone's shitting on, PSN and Xbox Live. But for example, Battlefield 4, that was Battlefield's fault.
Yeah.
Halo Master Chief, that's Halo's fault, or 343's fault. Same thing with Drive Club. That's the Drive Club. It's not the network's fault.
And they're almost like two different kind of things, like between Battlefield 4 and Halo. Like Battlefield 4, you can get in a game. The games just, once you got into them, they just wouldn't work.
Right.
Halo,
it's the matchmaking.
It takes like 45 minutes to find a game.
Right.
And then once you get in the game, it screws up like the teams. Like if me and Andy were at a party, it might put us on a different team.
Yeah, or it'd be like 5v3.
Or if it's like an 8 or a 4v4 game, it might be like 6-on-2.
Right. It was really weird.
So like
it's improved like, slightly, but
I don't understand like how all that, like, can you even compare like the two?
Yeah, my feeling is,
how do you judge them?
My feeling is
this. Halo 2 kind of works.
Right.
It's just very slow. Battlefield was faster, but just didn't work.
Right. My feeling is this. Number one, Battlefield 4 is one of the worst launches I've ever seen for a major game.
You don't throw like Halo in that?
Well, I'm gonna finish.
Okay. Let me finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
Taylor Swift, you're great, but let me finish. Battlefield 4, first of all, didn't work for over 2 months.
It might not still work.
Right. Who knows if it still works? But this is why I have hope for Halo Master. To me, they're incomparable until Halo doesn't work for 2 months.
I'm not. Yeah,
which I know you're saying. But here's the other thing. This is what gives me hope that Master Chief Collection will work. Master Chief Collection works totally fine. It's the matchmaking. Battlefield 4 was so inherently broken that, like you said, you could get into a game, the game would crash back to the dashboard, or it would freeze during matchmaking. And it would delete your single player.
I thought that was the best thing.
That was the best thing, right? You couldn't play.
Achievement for like kick to the balls.
You couldn't even play single player. Like that's why they should have given full refunds for that game. Because if you can't even play single player for fucking 2 months, like Ben had 3 single player games deleted.
Well, we don't know if Ben still has his Xbox.
He doesn't. He sold it.
Okay, I think Ben may have kept his Xbox if it was for Battlefield 4.
Right, that's a good point.
That game took the wind out of his sails.
It just killed him because when matchmaking wasn't working, because actually to be fair, Battlefield 4 not only did it crash, sometimes matchmaking didn't work. Remember?
Yeah.
It would take like hours.
Yeah, it wasn't greatest.
No, it wasn't. It didn't take hours. It would have a waiting for hours. That's what it was. It would say you're like in a queue of 150.
That's what I'm trying to compare. Like Halo works, it's just really slow. Battlefield would either work or it would be like you're 1/millionth on the waiting list.
Right.
Like you're.
And that's why I think that, and I honestly believe this, and it's not just because I love Halo. I honestly believe this. Battlefield, when it came out, they knew for a fact that it was gonna be broken and that it was gonna suck, and it was because Call of Duty was coming out the week after. They had to get it out, right, or else it would have got killed. It was the shareholders that pushed it out. It was, and by shareholders, what do I mean? EA.
Like looking back on it, they're so stupid. If they would have taken an extra week or so to fix that game. Halo or Call of Duty Ghosts was the lowest selling Call of Duty game ever. Well, one of the worst reviewed Call of Duty games.
And Battlefield 4 was a phenomenal game.
Call of Duty or Battlefield 4 was reviewed so much better.
Battlefield 4 was great.
If they could have came out of the gates working.
And this is people who hate this game because it never worked, but the game was great. It was amazing. It had such great close quarters combat, and then the vehicle combat was the best in my opinion ever.
It was so much fun.
It was it was epic. There was like huge battles with people flying with jets and tanks.
You could enjoy,
I thought it was awesome. Yeah, but we never got to enjoy it because it sucked. So my point here is that I really truly believe that Halo came out thinking they thought that it was going to work, and there was something broken in the matchmaking system, and they're fixing it. Battlefield 4 came out knowing that the game was fucking broken, and they still launched it. And that to me, so I really believe that, though I knew, we were talking, I was like, I'm not sure that Halo is going to work quickly. Like, it's not going to be the next day because it was doing the weird shit where it would put us in other people's parties. That freaked me out. It wasn't just that it wasn't matchmaking, but to me, Battlefield 4 and Halo are completely incomparable until Halo doesn't work 2 months from now.
Why do like game companies release like a multiplayer patch like a day or so before the game comes out? That's what Halo did. Like people were reviewing the game like could have been like a week and a half before, and then over the weekend the patch came out. Like it's kind of like when you think of Halo, you think of multiplayer. Like even that documentary talks about how important Halo was for like console gaming. Like wouldn't you want like your reviewers playing that? Because like people will like be like, hey, this isn't working.
I think it's a couple reasons.
There's got to be like beta testers. They had to have known something, right? They couldn't have gone in thinking this is going to work 100%. Because it really is like a daunting task. I mean, they're releasing 4 games, 141 maps.
And like the matchmaking goes cross 4 games. Like, and it has co-op for all the single player.
We can play a Halo 2 match. Hit after that match is over, immediately switch to Halo 1.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. Like, I don't want to make excuses for them because I think if you're going to release a product, it needs to be ready to play.
Right.
Or you
and I agree.
Be ready to accept the responsibility and apologize and make the right like moves, which I think 343 has done.
Yeah.
I don't think EA
What I love about
343,
like and this is another thing, what I love about 343 is that they've come out from the get-go and said, we know it's broken, we're going to fix it. There's a patch coming tomorrow, there's a patch coming over the weekend, there's a patch coming next week. You're right. EA and DICE, they were like, it's
EA
fine.
was also like, hey, buy our $50 expansion.
Right, they were like, yeah, buy the season pass. And then the best part about Battlefield was the people who bought the season pass, whatever it was called, there was called something, they couldn't even download the first DLC because it didn't work. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that game was just inherently broken, completely broken.
I really like what 343 has done and what they're doing, but like I don't think you should give them a pass. I don't think you should be I think you deserve to be hard on them.
Absolutely. And I'm a huge Halo fan, but I will not make excuses.
Me and you are one of the biggest fucking I mean, especially because we have a platform. We're some of the biggest Battlefield 4 haters.
Yeah, with good reason.
I think if the Halo Master Chief Collection continued on the track it's on, then we'd have to be fair to it.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing I will say for Halo,
but at least
is that you could play all 4 single player games in the meantime. Where in Battlefield you couldn't do that.
If you have friends, you can do custom games.
And you could do custom games, which were a blast. Like we had so much fun in those games, playing Team Slayer and Capture the Flag.
Everything else about that game is snappy. It's like it works well.
Here's a spoiler alert for the review. If matchmaking starts to work, it's a 10. I don't see how it's to me. It's orange box and even more value, whether you're a Halo fan or not.
Like Polygon, Arthur Geese, we've talked about it a couple times. I don't exactly know how I feel about the guy, but the way he writes and the way he reviews things is he's one of the best. Mm-hmm. He gave the Master Chief Collection 9.5, and then they went back after after all the multiplayer
Yep,
problems.
they updated it to an 8.
Oh, did he change the score?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, he
Yep.
changed it.
And they'll change it again.
Yeah.
Which brings us to our next topic.
Like,
How
that takes-
long can a game?
Like,
Because he did that with Battlefield too.
Yeah, but I think it's important with
or
Halo.
they did it with Battlefield.
Like I don't know if me personally, if I was doing it, I like what IGN did. They gave it a 9, and the only minus they gave was multiplayer issues. But with Halo,
right, that would have been a 10 if it wasn't
but
for
Halo
the multiplayer.
is such an important game that multiplayer means so much. I think you really have to hit it.
Absolutely.
And I respect the fact that Polygon had the balls to be like, we're taking 2 points off.
Right.
Of your score.
Here's my feeling about it is that what IGN did was wrong, what Polygon did was right.
Yes.
Which is this. In this era of online games, you have to have a fluid review system because like you're going to have it as a 9 forever on IGN, but it's like if it works tomorrow perfectly,
Yeah.
they would have given it a 10. But now you have this artificial set in stone review forever. Whereas Polygon, they lowered it to an 8. If it never works, they'll probably lower it to a 7. Well, actually, they might leave it at an 8 just because you get all 4 single player campaigns. Yeah. But the point is, they'll bring it back up if it works again. And I think that's totally fair. And that's what they did with Battlefield. And the reason that they shit on it. And the reason that Battlefield should never get the higher scores because it was broken for months. Mm-hmm. And anybody out there, and I used to love going through the comments, anybody out there who says, "Oh, it worked for me," no, it didn't. If you bought it launch day, you're a fucking liar. You are a liar because it did not work. We have 20 friends probably that played that game. This isn't just like some sort of like a personal experience.
And we liked that game enough that we kept.
And we loved it, right? Yeah. We wanted to play it. We would join, I would say, every night 15 games and get dropped from 13 of them, right? By dropped, I don't mean disconnected. I mean the game would crash to the dashboard.
The best way to describe it, we couldn't be in a party. What we would try to do, we'd all 4 start games. And if somebody got in, we would try to join their game.
Right. And then it would be full.
That's how we got in.
That's how bad it was. Yeah. You know what? I forgot. Battlefield 4 matchmatching and the game was broken. That's how bad it was. Yeah. But whatever. So that brings us to our next point.
But could you answer?
No, go ahead.
I just want to know. Do you have any like thoughts and opinions on why they released the multiplayer update so?
Oh yes.
Like immediately before.
No.
Is it to keep like pirates off of it?
I think it's a couple reasons. I think it's because they didn't want pre-videos coming out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was part of it for the embargo. But I also think it's because they wanted to work on it to the last second so they can upload it the night before and they can have it. That's why you remember it went from 20 to 15 gigs. Yeah. Which makes me think they were working on it to the last second.
Although our downloads were 59 gigs.
Well, they ended up. Mine was not. Mine was
Pun said 59 on the buy thing.
Mine was 45, and then I got the patch.
Okay, I don't know what mine was.
Chad's was 59. So I think they just eventually included the patch. Where I think yours did the same thing. Yours updated after, but regardless, it was the same package.
Yeah, I don't understand.
So that brings us to our next question, which is the same topic. 2 things. One, which I think we've already covered. I think we both agree the way Polygon does it is better. You need to have a fluid situation, especially with games like Destiny, like games that are online games.
And people that don't buy the game day one deserve to know what they're getting into.
Absolutely. And I think that they should delay reviews till a week into a multiplayer game.
They can't.
It's a cash cow. That's why. That's all it is.
I mean, each one of those sites probably got millions of views.
Absolutely. But here's my question. How long do you have to wait to put up a final review for a game?
I don't know. I think it's up to like the public or the media outlet. Like,
yeah, I think it could always be fluid. Like, how cool would it be if...
Do you want to judge a game of like just like what comes in the box? Because Halo Master Chief Collection... It doesn't need the internet connection. It's not telling people you need like the game's built on the single player. Like it's not 343's fault if you don't have, say you don't have the internet and you buy the game. Is that game still an 8.0 if you don't have the internet? No, it's a fucking 10.
Right.
But it also has problems if you have the internet.
Right.
So
and I think, and to your point too, like let's say like World of Warcraft came out and it sucked.
Yeah.
But the next expansion was amazing. Well, that should go from an 8 to a 9.5.
I thought
well, like, wouldn't that be cool? Instead of just doing the DLC, because sometimes an expansion changes the whole game. Yeah. You can't just take the DLC
we do drink a lot on this podcast. But did I mention a couple episodes the way I would review games? Review a single player, give that a different score than the multiplayer.
That's what Ars Technica does.
Yeah. Okay.
Ars Technica reviews single player then multiplayer.
My thing. Like I would give it 2 different scores.
They've been doing it for years.
Bastards. They got
do you have any idea how long we are into this podcast?
Yeah, we're like 30, 40
Can
minutes.
you believe that?
It's awesome. I think
That's
one
amazing.
of our best.
It's great. And we haven't even done the Halo review,
What's,
which we'll do next week. We gotta move though.
Where are we at though? 'Cause I need
Let's
a
talk
bourbon.
Assassin's
I
Creed
need a
real quick.
bourbon.
Yeah, I know. Well, can we really?
Well, yeah, we'll finish this up and then.
Yeah, well, let's talk Assassin's Creed because we're talking about bad launches. We've already talked enough about Battlefield 4. Assassin's Creed, just go ahead and just real quick give a brief synopsis on Assassin's Creed.
Okay, Assassin's Creed, arguably one of the biggest launch games, or not launch games, holiday games this year.
I thought it was gonna be amazing, by the way.
It looked,
and I'm not even an Assassin's Creed fan, but it looked amazing.
We were preaching to people since E3. Like,
E3
this
looked
game looks
amazing.
great. People like Ben and his friends were looking for multiplayer games. We kept on saying, check out Assassin's Creed Unity. It looks cool. Game's not good.
They released it completely broken.
It's broken.
And it kind of sucks outside of the fact that it's broken. Not sucks. That's not fair.
And
it's not great. It's not great.
Ubi.
I usually call it Ubisoft just because Ubisoft sounds so clear.
Ubisoft, they must have known because, all right, we're in the age of digital downloads and people waiting out in GameStop. Right. You can get the game at 12 o'clock at night or 12:01, whatever it is. Instant access. It's yours. Reviewers were not allowed to give their review or post their reviews until 12 hours after the game.
Which is really unprecedented.
Yeah.
And you know why I love Polygon? And I know Polygon's highly controversial because it gave Last of Us an 8 and all that stuff. But what I like about Polygon is they came out with an article that said something like, I know what it was. Ubisoft weaponizes game review embargoes, and that's what they did. They said, we know this game is going to suck, you can't review it until the day after it comes out.
It's crazy. Like,
that's bullshit.
Usually,
it really is.
Usually, like the people in the industry, you'll always hear them say, like, if a game's bad, the developer won't send it, so they'll have to go out and buy it on their own dime. Use it. It's weird. This game was sent out like a week before.
Right, but in the modern gaming industry, any major release they get.
Yeah. But so,
you know
like,
what I mean?
Pretty much, like, me and you, if we could have went to GameStop at midnight, which we'd never fucking do. We would have downloaded it and preloaded it and played it. We could have played this game and talked about it for 12 hours.
Right.
Before people at Giant Bomb,
it's true. That's
IGN,
a good point.
Polygon, they could not say a word. None of them.
It's true.
Actually, I don't know if it's all of them. I don't know if it's just a reviewer. I'm not sure how that stuff.
But that is so true.
But me and you could have played it for 4 hours. We could have posted
that is so
Twitch
true. Like,
videos.
that is so weird.
That
is so weird that, like, the 12-year-old. Stop.
I'm just gonna do it.
Do that all the time. But just let it go.
But it's unfair to those people that
it's
actually
ridiculous.
make money and make their living.
Right.
We could have undercut them if we wanted to.
And you know what? A lot of people
and I'm
did.
Sure a lot
obviously,
of people did.
right?
Yeah, and that's so
bullshit.
unfair.
And just to
watch your mouth.
No, I'm gonna swear when I want to swear. I'm still catching up. And just to continue that thought process before we get into the next thing, Drive Club was completely broken.
This third game.
This game was delayed a year, by the way. And one of the biggest fanboy battles that happened during the Halo Master Chief Collection was, with good reason, by the way, because I don't take sides on either of these. All of the Sony fanboys were saying, "Ha ha ha, f you, Halo fans," because you guys were all shitting on Drive Club. Now, of course, the comparison to me is bullshit because Drive Club was supposed to be a launch-free game that was supposed to be better than Forza. They delayed it a year, and it still doesn't work. There's no PS Plus free. If somebody goes, it's working better on PS Now or on PS Plus now. Or PS Network. It's working better now. And somebody goes, yeah, of course it is. No one's playing it now. Yeah, well, everybody's given up.
Back to Assassin's Creed Unity. There's also the thing that PlayStation update that. The one that started fucking
2.0, yeah.
It broke Unity. Unity wouldn't work on PS4.
Yeah.
Or they had to up. That's why those updates were getting like push because some of the games weren't working. Like the newer games weren't working. I think Dragon Age,
Inquisition.
Age. I always called it Dragon's Age, but apparently it's Dragon Age.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, but that game on they sent out the review copies where PS4. It wouldn't work on the updated.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because
they started sending out the Xbox.
I think I saw the review.
That's two games, two new games that wouldn't work on that update.
Yeah, the review units were all Xbox One, which is very like usually you see PS4.
Yeah,
again though, PlayStation best hardware, Xbox best software. Like I wish they would just merge. Both of them would be terrible for gaming if they did. But. Again, like Xbox, I have to say for them, they release a new update like every month, and they're all awesome. Yeah. And they very rarely break things.
Ubisoft, stop being so fucking sketchy. Like, that's such bullshit. You know your game's fucked up.
Yeah, perfect.
And also another thing, they locked the microtransactions in it.
Yeah, I know,
to
right?
The reviewers.
Exactly.
Like,
Which is that is effed up.
Yeah, like, so...
Think about that. Like they're
I
like,
guess
you
there's,
can't...
like, I don't know the specifics, I just don't care. Like, if you guys like Assassin's Creed, I'm happy for you. Assassin's Creed 2 is one of my all-time favorite games.
Can I just say, who has microtransactions in a single-player game?
It's so weird.
Oh, I guess it's kind of multiplayer, but you know what I mean.
So weird. And they locked them. They locked them from, like, the reviewers. Like, the reviewers couldn't access them. They couldn't make
These
a judgment.
companies going public is the worst thing ever.
So, like, that's so sketchy. It's
so
like,
sketchy.
it's like, I don't really understand how you have what does that buy you? Like, in-game currency? Because it's different.
Yeah, it buys you,
When I think of, like, microtransactions, I'm like, oh, that means, like, map packs. Like,
right.
That's DLC. Like,
yeah, that's DLC.
There's, like, it's like a gray area, but it's totally different.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
That's so fucking weird. Like, you could buy, what? Like, you gonna buy, like, gold so you can buy, like, a painting or armor?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they at that point in single players when you just skip, like, the normal progression just to buy stuff?
I don't know. It's
so weird.
It's frustrating. And one thing that I like about what 343 did is that you haven't seen this yet, but I was telling you about before. They had a tweet today, and like, this is a really embarrassing thing to tweet. And this is why I love 343, because they're giving us live updates of what's going on. They said, listen, I know this isn't going to be pretty, but on the top right, if you're trying to join a game, anyone who's out there, if this still has problems Wednesday, if it doesn't say in lobby or I think it's in lobby, on the top right of your screen when you're searching for a game, it means it effed up. You need to go back to the home screen and start it again.
Like home screen dashboard?
No, a home screen of, like, just back out. And he's like, listen, I know that sucks, but in the, like, he said something like, I know that's like, what did he say? Like, I know that's like a quick shot, but the real medicine's coming next week. But I think that's cool that they would even acknowledge the fact that, like, there's an ugly fix to it, just so we can enjoy the game in the meantime. And that was what Battlefield never had. They would not admit that game didn't work. It was amazing.
They'd be like, hey, buy our $49.99 Chinese expansion pack.
And then that was so amazing when that wouldn't work for all the people that did it, so they had to delay it a month.
And then, like, a month later, like, they decided to refund people the money that bought the expansion pack, because they couldn't release the DLC.
They couldn't even.
They said they weren't gonna release it, and then, like, a week later they released it.
No, they released it, but they literally couldn't download it.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't work. It was amazing. Like, they tried to release an expansion pack, and that was another thing with Battlefield 4. And by the way, I think it was fair because the original Battlefield 4 content was enough to warrant a $60 game if it worked. But what they did was they carved out a bunch of stuff, and they released it like 3 weeks into the game, a month into the game. And that's a conversation we've had before, and a conversation for a different podcast. But, like, DLC, Destiny is an example that should have been included on the disc, or is included on the disc, but it's just locked, is such bullshit. Like, that's such a foreign concept, and that's why Nintendo does it right. They're just starting to release DLC, but you buy Mario Kart 8, it has everything you possibly need. Then they release some stuff, and it's super cheap, and it adds a lot of content.
That's why
they do it the right way.
I hope they do keep that shit up with
Smash Brothers, absolutely, and have some fixing of balancing issues, right? Like Dota. All the patches are really for balancing. You know, that's what it is, because that's the most important thing. Same thing should be with Smash Brothers. That'd be amazing.
If we're still around each other in 2 years, we'll still be playing Smash Brothers.
Absolutely. We'll be playing that till the next one.
We'll be like, how great will be just like, hey, there's some more characters we buy.
If it has a broken, right, and if it has a broken player, like, let's say, you know, Meta Knight, which was never really broken for us because we play 4-player games, but one-on-one he was supposedly broken, and they could
really overwhelming. Just as a person that went from, like, Call of Duty for like 5 years back into Halo. I never played Halo 3 multiplayer. I dove right back into Halo 4 when it just introduced, like, sprinting and like all the power-ups and stuff. Like, I never, like,
I think Halo 4 was the weakest Halo. But that's a whole different conversation.
But what it just, a lot of the shit going on seems overwhelming. But the one thing I did like was the aim down sights. They call it Smart Scope.
Smart Scope, yep.
And I think that's going to be a big difference to me, because that's one of the biggest problems I have in like Halo. Like, as a Call of Duty player, I felt like I was so much better, like, using that, like the down the sights to hit people in the head or hit them where I wanted to, aim things better.
Right.
But I think that's the most important thing to me.
All right, I'm going to talk really fast here because I had a whole bunch of thoughts.
I just don't have a lot to say. Like, as a person that, like, fell off the Halo train and is trying to get back on. Yeah. Well, I just don't really have.
I'm going to start with this, which I think we both agree. showing it on the updated Halo 5 midship was the most brilliant thing they could have done. It looked amazing. What a genius idea. To me,
I don't like the way they call. What did they name the sword? It was like some stupid name.
I don't know what it was. But number one, to me, it looked like Halo 2 on steroids, which is the biggest compliment I could give it. And I'm not lying when I say this. I know I'm a huge Halo fan. I was worried I was going to have to slam this on the podcast. I really was. Because I did not really... Halo 4 was not a bad game, but it didn't live up to the Halo standard to me. Now, what I love about 343 is they said, listen, we understand all the problems with Halo 4. We got away from the Halo concept. And what the concept of Halo is very simple. It's the ultimate arena shooter. And I kind of got into this last week where I said that it's the ultimate esport shooter to me because it's, and I hate that term, but it's the ultimate fair competitive game. And what they've done is forget about all those loadouts and all those different care packages and stuff. What they did was there's a bunch of abilities. You can sprint, you can which I love the fact that your shield won't recover when you sprint. I love I
like the charge.
The charge is extremely cool. All that kind of stuff is very cool. The slam is very cool, and they all have a weakness. Like, it exposes you in the air for a while. And what I love about it is you don't have to pick one. The worst thing that ever happened to Halo was the fucking jetpack in Halo 4 because everyone chose it.
Ordnance was the worst.
Well, Ordnance was it's close.
I didn't understand it.
It made no sense in Halo, but the jetpack
that's how
for me.
You got like rocket launchers and shit, right? You had to get kills.
Yeah. Well, I think there also was power weapon, but regardless, the Ordnance was awful. But the jetpack, you had like an ability. You could pick sprint, jetpack, invisibility, whatever it was. And like, you didn't know what you were going to get when you saw someone. And that's anti-Halo. The whole idea of Halo is every time you see someone, you know exactly what they can do and what they can't do. And that's why it's an amazing game, because it's everyone's on the same everyone's on the same playing field from the get-go. And with Halo 5, what I loved is, yeah, they have those abilities. Everyone has them all the time. Yeah. So it's totally fair. And when we watch the competitive players, the Halo, I think they were like the Halo 2 like best teams. You didn't see those abilities really affect the game that much.
It was funny the way
you know what I'm saying? They were subtle. They were very subtle.
Like in the beginning, it looked like people were trying to slam each other, trying to get those early cheap kills. But then once the game started like getting into it, like the motion of like a normal Halo game, that shit wasn't there unless they weren't showing it on the camera angles.
No, I think it was. I think
because there was like two people right off the bat to try to do it,
right?
And then after that, it wasn't there.
And I think the two biggest abilities that changed the game. Number one is the what do they call it, where you grab the ledge and I
don't know.
I can't think right now because I'm brain dead. But you basically grab the edge and like climb up. I like that because there's
an ability.
That's one of the. You just have to tap A.
Okay.
But you have to. What I love is number one that you have to do it. You don't just do it automatically. You have to tap A, which to me adds a lot of the combo atmosphere of Halo. Because my favorite part of Halo is it's the ultimate water cooler moments. You get together the next day. You go, can you believe when he got the flag here and he did the headshot and he got the warthog, and like that to me is what defined Halo was those water cooler moments, and like that it makes you use the ability. You know, it doesn't just give it to you.
Yeah.
But the other one is the scope. Now, the scope, I know a lot of people are saying, oh, it's just a Call of Duty clone, which is so stupid to me because Call of Duty was the first game with a scope sight, too. It's just a stupid thing to say.
The way they did it, what you're about to explain, is so smart because it handles the Halo fans and like the fans like me that were kind of displaced.
Yeah, and I love it, and I'm a hardcore Halo fan, but to me, two things. Number one, which is what I said to you, was... well, first of all, the battle rifle's different because they always had a zoom, so to me, that's no different. It's the other weapons. But
I just don't like that, like the GoldenEye looking crosshair thing.
Right.
I like the crosshair, but
sure,
still
you have
got
the
the
scope,
gun, and you can still see shit around you.
Right, and here's my couple thoughts. Number one, when you're looking down the scope, you can't see as much, which hurts you, which is a negative.
You're also slower.
And you're also slower, which if the person's jumping around in front of you, which is part of Halo, like I think people always thought like I was like a sniper in video games because of Halo, but like I love the sniper in Halo because I'm on the move with the sniper. And like if I'm in front of you and you're trying to look down the scope and I'm like pretty close to you, I can jump around. It's gonna make it really hard for you. If I'm far away, you can hit me, and it's a super, it's a number. Let me just finish these thoughts before I forget them. Number two, there's no penalty for hip firing, so you're not going to lose any accuracy from the hip.
Exact same accuracy.
So it's the same thing. It's just it makes the look of it easier. And again, I like that you can't see as much of the screen because the gun's blocking it, so it makes it evens that out. Number three, and to me this is the most important. We haven't talked about this yet. They reintroduced a core philosophy of Halo that makes it different than most other games, and what that is descoping. So if you're aiming down the sights at me, and I hit you, it takes you out of the scope.
That's the way Call of Duty was.
And that's huge because in Halo, like
was it Call of Duty or was it?
I'm not sure if Call of Duty does that.
There were some guns that did it.
Yeah, I think it's some guns.
Yeah,
like the sniper gun, maybe. I don't even remember.
No, I
but
don't think it was a sniper.
No, it wasn't.
It was like it was.
But in Halo, you get descoped, so it messes you up. And like, remember, have you been playing Halo 2 like on Warlock with the battle rifles? If you're zooming in across the map and someone hits you, it zooms out, and it's an art form to either zoom back in or stay zoomed out, depending on what you want to do. So to me, that's the ultimate evening factor. So I love all these different abilities. They have their weaknesses. Like Sprint, again, Sprint's probably my least favorite, to be honest. But I think it is weird to play a modern shooter without Sprint, even playing Halo 2. But I like the fact that like if you're shooting me and I sprint away, my shield won't recharge. And I'm just one shot away from dying.
Yeah.
And I think that evens it out a lot. And watching that multiplayer game, again, it looked like Halo on crack. And that was like, or Halo 2, I'm sorry, on crack. And that was the ultimate compliment that I could give it.
Well, my question, I can't believe I remembered for this long.
Yeah, it was impressive. I'm sorry, I've talked for a while there.
No, you don't have to give this away because if it's like a secret to be better as a sniper. But my question is, when you see somebody down range, are you like scoped in right away, or do you line up your shot and then zoom in before you pull the trigger? Because people play it both ways.
That's an interesting question. I don't even know. I have to think about it.
Because sometimes people find it easier to aim with like just a reticle on the screen, and then right before you take your shot, you zoom.
Yeah, I think.
Because I know people that used to play Call of Duty like that.
Right.
They would try to line it up and then pull like.
I'd have to think about it next time I
think
play.
They call it quick scoping, right?
Quick scope, yeah. I'd have to think about it next time I play. I definitely think that I get the reticle in the area of his head before I zoom, though. Tuesday night, like I've always said, like you have like the resume to prove it. I always think you're one of the best Halo players I've ever seen. Well, Sniper's my best gun.
Tuesday night you're on like I've never seen you on. Me and Nick lost you one game, but other than that, you were fucking like that Halo 3 match. I had no chance.
Yeah, that was fun.
I had just no chance, but. You were just on like I've never seen you on that Tuesday night.
Well, here's a tip for the sniper that I think that will be a little bit foreign to you because of Call of Duty. I almost never zoom fully in on the sniper.
Ever. Oh, I don't either.
Oh, you don't? Because that's a key to me. Like even if the guy's on the other side of Blood Gulch. Yeah, that's a key for me. The other thing that you need to learn in Halo is the sweep snipe.
Yeah. And
a lot of times I won't have your head in the area. And I'll sweep it across, or if you're jumping, I'll sweep it up and down and just try to time it.
I still have the problem of Call of Duty, like always chest shots, because chest shots in Halo or Call of Duty or where you're at, I gotta aim. I still need to aim like the extra like half-inch higher on my battle rifle.
Well,
I'm perfect dead on chest.
Well, like I told Chad,
doing me any favors.
Like I told Chad, that here's the thing with Halo.
In Halo, I always try to aim a little higher, and it seems to work well for me. I'm just not.
Here's the thing with Halo: if you're using a battle rifle, if you hit the head 3 times, they'll die. I'm just making these numbers up. I think it's if you hit the head 3 times, they'll die.
But if you hit 5 has that fucking perfect shot, the 4-shot combo.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say though is the chest is still important because if you can still go chest till the shield pops and you can see it pop, then 1 headshot. So until you're confident enough to go all headshots, because if you're going all headshots and you miss one, you screwed yourself because you should have just gone chest.
Yeah.
So the elite of the elite are going head, but that's really hard to do. So, and the other thing is when you go chest, the 4th shot you could go chest and just take your reticle up over their head. You only need 1 bullet of the 3.
That's why I'm saying like I always try to aim a little higher.
Right.
One of them's gonna hit him.
Right. And the other thing with Halo is that a lot of people get frustrated because they're getting killed a lot, they're losing a lot. The difference between going 15 and 10 and 10 and 15 and 5 and 5 and 15 is so small in Halo. As soon as you get like the headshot down, it can change your whole game. So like I always tell people, just keep going, like you'll figure it out.
I had a game tonight. I went 16 and 15 and I had 16 assists.
Yeah, well, and that's it. You're not getting the finishing shot, and that's the key.
Like I didn't play well. It was like I had a huge comeback late game.
Mm-hmm.
But like I could have had 32 kills. It was that close, and I'm sure the majority of the people on the map also could have done the same thing.
Right. And that's why Rumble Pit. That's why like
I was playing Big Team Slayer and it was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a blast. But Rumble Pit finishing is everything because back in the day, what I prided myself on was stealing other people's kills, because that's the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? So like if I saw two people shooting each other, I would be shooting one guy. If the other guy's shield popped, you go take their headshot. But yeah, and what I love about what we're gonna do is, so getting back to Halo 5. I'm sorry, so we're way off topic here because we got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
We're gonna cut one of them out, so because we have another week to do it, so we're good.
Right, and we're gonna do our Halo.
We're
gonna do our Halo Master Chief Collection.
We have 3
review next week anyway.
There's 3 things stuck.
Yeah, well, they're all very short, but I also.
If you want to play the Halo 5 beta, it's not too late. Grab Master Chief Collection.
Yes, and also just get it so you can play with us. Master Chief Collection.
We played with.
We're excited.
Corey, right?
Corey.
Corey
logged on. Tyler.
We tried to play with Tyler.
He's gonna be on tonight though.
Okay.
Yep.
Corey was, by the way, Corey was fucking awesome. He's such a good guy.
Got like wife and kids, like just like total, like it's so weird how this podcast just attracts like the normal nerd, which is what we are, you know.
And we
love that.
We aim for it. We got it. We don't know if we're the right kind of dick. So like
right. Adam made a good point. He goes, maybe we only attract the people that are like us because we scare off other people.
you just yell at him. But yeah, Corey and he used to have a podcast, and one of these.
Yeah, we're gonna have him as a guest. He had a lot of interesting things to say about Halo. In fact,
he's very intelligent.
He knows. Gamer. I think like I know the inherent. Like I was such a solo player in Halo. I played Rumble Pit. That was my jam, but he knows a lot of the like lingo and stuff. Like he knows like the areas and the maps, which I never knew because I never really played like team like that. And he did
exactly what I like. I when I listened to it over, I was like, I hope I didn't come off weird, but like I wanted people to like if you guys want us to play a game, send us an invite. We'll send you an invite back because we're probably gonna be together and if, like trying to drag one person over to it. It's just easier for us to bring you into our game.
Right.
But like when we brought Corey in, he was just like, hey, what's up, guys? We're like, hey, and he was just like. We've known each other forever.
Yeah, it was just normal.
It didn't need to be like anything like
waiting 40 minutes for a game was fine.
Yeah, like we don't want you to kiss our asses and like we don't.
Oh, please,
we
God,
no. We just want to be like.
Call us douchebags, please.
We're already friends, and we played with Corey for like 2-3 hours.
Absolutely. And again, if we can get these custom matches going, we had so much effing fun with those custom matches.
Corey dropped out right before we started our like with our like local friends.
We got to get him in on the next one because that was really fun.
And he was a good call or a Halo player.
He was a good call. Oh, Jesus Christ, Halo. He was a call a Halo player. Modern Halo.
Yeah, but.
And that's the other thing with Halo 5. That's just as an outro to this. A lot of people were saying like Halo 5, Modern Warfare, or whatever, because you zoomed down the scope. If I want to say, as two people here who love both games, I love Call of Duty. I love Halo. Like I've played a ton of Call of Duty. To me, they're such different games that they're not even in the same genre. Like they're both great games. But if you saw the Halo 5 beta and you thought of Call of Duty, you don't understand the differences between those two games.
The only thing I liked about it was the fact that I feel more comfortable shooting down range. That way than I do,
which is a fair comparison, but like I think people are saying that like
I'm just so off with like that little scope.
Yeah,
but Call of Duty is just like natural action.
But isn't it amazing that people think that like there's like similar games? They're so different. They could not be more different. The way that the way Halo is the ultimate arena shooter, and Call of Duty is the ultimate like it's strategy, kill streaks and teamwork and all that stuff.
Like if somebody started hip firing me, and if I just aimed down scope point blank, I would win. 9 out of 10 times I win in the fight. Call of Duty or Halo, if you were to hip or bring up your scope, you would die.
Right. Yeah.
Point blank, you would die every single time. You wouldn't be able to catch up to that person.
And the grenades in Halo and the melees are what make Halo. It's the combo of shoot melee grenade.
Melee is so awkward for me.
Dude, I can't get used to the R bumper either. I can't get used to it. To picking up guns. My problem is
like melee should always be a click on the joystick when you're aiming.
You can change your controls.
I know, but I don't want to do that. I want to be authentic.
Yeah, no. What they did though, I have to say, with the Master Chief Collection, they did a good job.
It feels so weird.
But they universalized all of the controls. You notice that?
Yeah.
Which is great because
like I'm coming around. Like I got my reload down.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I don't like it either. The R bumper to pick up guns, I cannot effing get used to it.
It was always X.
It was always X. I cannot get used to it. But I have to say though, I'd rather learn that than have to learn different controls for every game. So
and like we used to be so good at like smash people shit, and like with the B button, it was natural. But I've played so much Call of Duty. I'm with you. It's so awkward. I just feel so.
Well, for me, it's different.
Like if you have to think about what button you have to push,
oh, you're dead.
Yeah.
For me, it's different because for you want to click the right stick. For me, clicking the right stick to zoom still feels comfortable.
Well,
for me, right bumper should be melee.
No,
right, I keep doing it. I keep hitting right bumper to melee, and the person hits me in the face.
Clicking in the stick is no, actually, never mind. It's clicking the left joystick, I believe. If you aim down the sight, it zooms in even farther and calls.
Right.
Okay, I was gonna say it doesn't feel that awkward to me.
Yeah. No, for me, it's the melee. I feel like it should be right bumper because that's what it was in one of the previous Halos, but or it might even, I don't even know what it was.
So should we leave Halo?
You know what we should? We might have to talk about all of this stuff in the next episode.
No, let's do we got to do mine.
Okay, can I say one more thing for you? And this will take 60 seconds. 2 things that you haven't heard in a while. I'm just gonna throw these out there.
I'm sexy and I know it.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Steambox controller.
What? I thought the Steambox was dead.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What happened to it? You ready for another one?
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation Now. What the fuck happened to PlayStation Now?
I don't know.
Right? Steambox controller, PlayStation Now.
I thought you meant like you had news on them.
No, I'm saying.
Oh no, that sounds exactly right.
That's what I'm saying though. Like I forgot about them.
Yeah.
PlayStation Now, Steambox controller. What the hell happened to those?
I think for PlayStation Now, I think it's exactly where it needs to be because it's not like where it needs to be. So I think still being out there, but not.
Remember, Xbox gave up on it. They tried to do a similar thing, and they said we can't do it.
If you can't do it right,
we can't do it the right way. Yeah.
But I think it's good where it's at. Like if it's not going to be the best, but it's still out there, that's fine because people aren't trashing it.
But it's not out there.
It's
still in beta, isn't it?
No, I think it's whatever.
I don't think it's available.
I thought it was available.
I don't know.
It. But either way,
we do host a video game.
It's still out there in one way or another. But people aren't trashing it and people aren't talking about it. I don't think that's necessarily bad.
I think it's a disaster.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be
the service. Yeah,
but America doesn't have the broadband to do it.
Shit, real quick, and we will get Just Cause 3. We got time. I know because the reason this is important is because we haven't done our commenter stuff. This is the best comment of the week by far. Okay,
are you talking about the Patriots?
No, I'm not gonna even get into that. Although I'd love to. PlayStation View television. I don't have much to say about this. It's
I think the late night gamers do. So
good.
If they're big PlayStation guys, check them out.
We could talk about this for a while, but yeah, go to them.
I just have no opinion about it.
No, I don't really care.
Late night gamers. Check them out.
PlayStation. First of all, they're calling it Vue, VUE, which is like the 500th thing to spell it VUE.
Wasn't
it's
there
a
like
live
a car called the Vue?
Yes. It's called. I think Steve Millington had it. It's.
No, that was the Aztec. He had the.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Thing.
So the PlayStation Vue is basically a way to actually stream live TV. Now, classic Sony though, they're not announcing the pricing model. So the first thing someone said was, great, so I'll be paying Sony to stream TV instead of my cable provider, which is totally true. Yeah. If it's not cheaper, because they haven't signed ESPN, ABC conglomerate, which is Disney, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever. But this is the comment that someone said. This is by far the best comment of the week to me. This guy goes, I'm going to read this twice. Great, now I can get TV with the service stability of PlayStation Network, the pricing sanity of Sony, which is referring to PlayStation Now, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Delivered over my reliable, content-agnostic Comcast internet service. This is sure to result in a high-quality product. So real quick, let's just break that down. Number 1, service stability of PSN, which goes down all the time. Pricing sanity of Sony, which they have some of the most ridiculous pricing things I've ever seen. And my favorite is the content-agnostic Comcast internet service. In other words, if you're getting internet from Time Warner or Comcast, with no net neutrality, why would they allow good streaming of cable television that's a direct competitor to that? They're going to lower the streaming rate of PlayStation Vue to like 1 kilobyte a second because it's direct competition. It'll never come out.
No.
Unless net neutrality passes, then they have to. But
I don't understand it. Like, why would you want to do that?
But is that the greatest comment ever?
It is really good.
It is a 10 to me. It just nails every single part of that.
No, it's great.
Sorry,
it makes perfect sense.
But let's go ahead and let's get into it real quick.
Finish up the greatest game
ever. We're gonna save one. We'll talk about your favorite game of all time.
The greatest game of all time was announced this week. Just Cause 3.
Booyah!
Officially announced.
I know nothing about this game other than the videos I saw because of one of our podcasts.
All I know is that you all should go back and play Just Cause 2 because it's one of the greatest.
Have they had a trailer yet for Just Cause 3?
They showed like clips of it. I don't know if it was gameplay or what.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
It's gonna be the best game ever. Just Cause 2 was probably, I would say, top 10 all-time favorite games. It's that good.
That's amazing.
It's really fucking good.
That's amazing. Because it didn't get bad reviews, but didn't get great reviews.
It's
one of those games. It got
something about
probably got like 8s, right? Like 8 to 8.5.
Yeah. It's just
which is good.
There's so much in that game that is so well done.
It's the ultimate sandbox. It's like Grand Theft Auto.
It's
the ultimate sandbox.
It's one of the best looking games I've ever seen.
I think it's very cool that they're releasing another one.
I'm so excited for it. It's Avalanche Studios. They're also releasing a Mad Max game before, so. But Just Cause 3. I was like, the only thing that could get me more excited is for the next Fallout.
Yeah.
Or the next Red Dead. Like,
which, by the way, Far Cry 4 got pretty good reviews.
Yeah, it's gonna. Oh,
yeah, 8 to 9.5.
That's Chad's gem. We gotta get Chad on the show to talk about it.
I know.
Like, I'm at the point like.
We're just not playing single player games.
Well,
that's
unless
all
I buy Dragon Age, I'm at the point where like.
Although that does look really good.
Like, I'm an adult. I need to focus on Christmas.
I hope you get Dragon's Age just so I can play it, but I'll never buy it.
Dragon Age.
Is it Dragon Age?
Yes,
Dragon Age.
I feel like an asshole.
I just won't play it unless you have it. I don't think I will.
It's so good.
You know what? My gaming setup right now sucks a lot too. Yeah. That's a big part of why I won't play it. But like I've tried to play some single player games, I just haven't done it.
You have a much larger family than I do. We both have girlfriends. Like we have Christmas. Like I can't be that asshole.
Dude, I can't afford Christmas right now.
I
might go. I don't know. I was gonna say Jewish, but then I have to buy a lot of presents too. I'm gonna go.
None of us can buy. None of us can afford Christmas. And like the thing about like spending money on myself, like if I could not afford to spend like $120 on myself right now before Christmas. That'd be such a That's such a dick move.
Yeah.
But like Dragon Age and Far Cry 4.
Oh, there's Smash Brothers, Dragon Age, Monster Chief Collection.
That's the last game I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
We need to figure out if we're gonna split it or download it early.
We're
gonna play it next Friday.
Yeah, I know.
If we want to play it Friday night, we'd have to pre-order it or pre-download it.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. I gotta talk to Heather. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But what we need to do is try to do the Xbox share, PS4 share, whatever the fucking thing's called, because you can we can play the Far Cry 4 multiplayer without buying the game with Chad.
Right. Well, we could play co-op with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for an hour at a time.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. If is it an hour at a time or is it
the PlayStation share?
No, it's a built-in feature into the game.
Oh, that's right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if there's
because I know but even if it's even if it's different, he won't. He's gonna get for Xbox.
There's a mode you can download and play with.
Yeah, that's interesting. It looks very cool.
We should try to get Chad on the show next week.
Yeah, we will. I'm sure he's gonna buy it. He's right now. What's really cool about him? He's never played any of the Halo games. He's about to beat Halo 1. He's gonna go right into Halo 2 Anniversary, and I'm so excited because the epicness of I just started playing Halo 1 just to like remember what it was like, and dude, like the cutscenes are so good, the voice acting's so good, and like it's very corridor based, but it gets you so pumped to kill aliens. You know,
I almost smashed my TV / broke my controller. I'm playing a Halo 1 on Legendary.
Oh, don't play it on Legendary. Dude, I'm playing it on the one below that.
I got put into
what is that?
I got put into the spaceship after whatever the Pillar of Dawn mission. Whatever. When you're on the beach, dude, there was 4 guys with swords just slicing through my fucking people, and you can't stop them. And then later on, I get past it. You got to rescue Keys.
Yep.
My teammates kept shooting him and killing him. Like there was like friendly fire on or whatever. Like they'd be trying to shoot like one of the little guys, and they would shoot him, one shot, die.
No, don't play Legendary. You should play the one before.
I switched it down to heroic
because Legendary's not fun. I beat what was it? I think I beat 3/4.
I would do it if I had a teammate.
Yeah, I think I beat 3/4 of Halo 2 on Legendary. There was a part
I did beat Halo 2 on Legendary.
There was a part where like the snipers start hitting you with a headshot, and I was like, if you walk around the corner, they just kill you. 100% of the time, they don't miss. And I'm like, I could just peek around this corner and kill one, then kill the next, and kill the next. I was like, this isn't fun. I'd rather just be playing multiplayer. Like, it gets like heroic is still to the point where like if you're good at shooting headshots, you can still like go through the map. So like heroic's still fun to me. Legendary to me is just lame. It's just cheap. You know.
Last thing I have to say about Halo is I fucking hate how there's a health bar in Halo 1. It's the worst thing ever. it makes you.
It doesn't fit the game right.
No, it doesn't.
Because the shield is the health bar,
yes,
right?
It doesn't fit the game at all. And
it doesn't fit the game. I agree with you.
When you get to the point where you're starting to worry about the fucking health bars, like this
sucks.
sucks.
They do put a lot of health packs, but
it just ruins the game. Like it gives you like this anxiety. It's not like anxiety of like, oh my god, I gotta play better. It's like, this is bullshit. Because somebody's gonna shoot me with that fucking big green ball, and they're gonna take my life away, and then the next asshole that sees me is just gonna kill me in one shot.
See, for me,
this is bullshit.
For me, if I'm gonna actually play Halo 1 all the way through, and then play Halo 2, and then play Halo 3,
I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it probably on normal for Halo 1.
I'm going heroic. I'm gonna go heroic the whole way.
Oh, God bless. I mean, I just beat the first level on heroic.
I never played Halo 4 single player, so I'm excited.
Halo 4 single player is actually...
It's funny, I played the first two.
I gotta tell you, Halo 4 single player is really good.
Like, I played the first two, both modes.
Might be better than multiplayer.
I played Halo 3 single player. Never played the multiplayer until I played a map the other night. Played only multiplayer in Halo 4. Never played... You
definitely played a little bit of Halo 3. Because I remember playing with you.
I didn't have it. I'm telling you, I did not have it.
I'm going to bet money you did.
I swear on you, I did not.
Dude, I'm almost positive I played with you. I know you only had it for like a week, but I could have swore I played a few games with you.
It was right when
look it up.
It was right when I moved into my apartment, and they didn't have internet there. It took me like a month after I moved in, and finally.
I'm gonna Google that shit.
Okay. Love, take me down.
No one played Halo 3.
Nobody played Halo 3.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying. I think that Legendary is not fun though. To me,
no, it's cheap.
It's a challenge.
It's almost like cheap, the veteran. If you ever want to play the cheapest game ever, play Call of Duty World at War, the hardest difficulty level. If you walk out into the level, and all you see is just when you have like the grenade button, and it shows like the trajectory of
right,
like how kind of like it's on like a circle kind of thing. All you see is it just lights up. That's all they do is just chuck grenades at you.
Well, like that was my problem with Halo. I was playing Legendary. I was like, oh, this is okay. It's frustrating, but it's okay. Dude, as soon as I got to the sniper level, I would walk around the corner, and like I said, they 100% hit rate to your head, one shot, and I was like, that's not fun. Yeah, that's not fun to me.
I kept on getting sorted, and there was one point where I got stuck like 5 times, like not like stuck in like the map. Like stuck by a grenade. Like, dude, this little guy would run up to me and just be like, "Fuck you," and just stick to my head, and he would run.
That's so frustrating too, because
that's bullshit.
The grunts in Halo are so killable, but sometimes they'll hit you with a grenade.
Like, yeah, they act like the biggest bitches. They're like, "Oh my god, here he comes," and then they're like, "Wait, hold on."
Which does kind of make sense in a way.
Yeah, but you can't say I'm gonna run and then turn around. That's bullshit. It's not.
Well, you know what I'm saying though. Because gonna make sense.
There's like an art of war. There's a code of valor.
Hey,
you can't say you're retreating then
there's
turn around.
There's no rules in war, baby. There's no rules.
You can't say I'm out and then turn around and spike a plasma grenade.
You better believe you can. That's why you died. Because you respected the rules too much.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh shit! What was I gonna say about that Halo? Yeah, to me, it almost makes more sense in Halo to go through on like normal or whatever.
I think heroic's a good level.
Heroic is a good level. Just because you want to keep moving though, because there are great set pieces in Halo. There's a bunch of them, especially every game's different. But if you play the same level too many times, it does get very boring because it could be very corridor based.
The life bar in Halo 1 just really sets back.
You just gotta smash through that. To me, because I've beat Halo 1, that was one of the only ones I actually beat.
I'm worried about the flood shit.
I would actually
the health bar.
Right. I would actually rather play Halo 2 Anniversary because they there's 56 minutes of new Blur videos.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
I'm gonna suck.
You're gonna beat Halo 1.
I'm gonna suck in this experience. I'm gonna beat them all. Yeah. I'm gonna go straight through.
Chad's gonna do that too. I'm gonna try. I've beat more than you guys have.
If you want to do some of the,
and that's one of the cool things too. Once the friggin' internet works, we can do co-op. In fact, I think Halo. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3. We actually do 4-player co-op, which would be really sick.
And they also have this cool feature. It's on the far right of the menu. They mix up levels. And there's like there's like eight or 9 per game, and you can do those as challenges.
That being said, obviously you guys got to beat the games first because you guys haven't beat all of them. So you want to go through them sequentially.
Well, I could do like Halo 1, 2, and 3 because I've seen it all.
Right.
But I wouldn't do 4. Yeah. I'm excited to play the 4 campaign because
I'm telling you, Halo 4.
I honestly know nothing about Halo 4 campaign.
Halo 4 is the best looking game of Xbox 360 by far to me.
You're not the only person I've ever heard say that.
By far, and no, also it's
We need to get out of here.
I know. Also, it's it's just a really good single player game. The story is really good. It's Cortana and Master Chief going back and forth, and it's like it's depressing. It's dark. It's like a dark story.
Go and watch Halo 4. Forward to the Dawn.
Black Knight.
Forward to Dawn.
What is that?
It's a Netflix movie.
Oh, is it good?
It's good. It's not bad. It's not. I'm not saying it's like the greatest movie ever, but it's not bad. They do a good job showing off the aliens, showing off like the ODSTs and Master Chief. It's on Netflix, instant watch. Just search Halo 4. It'll come up.
And if you guys are playing Halo single player, have you done this? If you hit the back button, it goes to the original graphics. Extremely cool. Amazingly better. I was going to
bring it up. I like the way the original looks better. I don't like... The game is really dark, like not like dark, like creepy, scary, but like the lighting sucks.
Well, what's cool?
But I like the original textures and the floor patterns. And
what's cool is that they still. It's not really the original graphics because they still updated them to 1080p, 60 frames a second.
I don't like some of the changes. I don't like.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying though? Like even when you hit the back button, Halo 1 looked a quarter of that good.
The second level. Like when you're driving around the Warhog, I played it in the original graphics, so I like them better.
But you know what I'm saying though? Even so, the original graphics are still like 10 times better because they upgraded them to 1080p, 60 frames a second. So they still look.
I just like the original graphics better in some spots. Mm-hmm. Not in the level I'm at. Like I like some of the designs better, but the lighting is just.
Yeah, it's very cool that they have that feature. It's live. You can just hit it and it goes.
It's amazing how horrible the lighting was. Like, how the fuck did we play that game?
I know. Well,
it's almost like horror movie dark.
Yeah, it was one of the best games or best graphics ever though at the time, which is incredible.
Do we just ignore the fact that like you can't see like 5 feet in front of you?
Well, I think that was how every game was. Yeah, it was draw distance was a big deal. You had it's a real resource hog. Yeah. All right, we got to get the hell out of here.
Subscribe to our YouTube page before we forget.
Yes, please do.
Because you guys are watching our videos, obviously.
Yeah.
Subscribe to it.
Absolutely. If you guys, because I know I said to Adam, for me, I wasn't a big podcast listener. If I saw a YouTube video, I'd be much more likely to watch it. So if you guys are YouTube watchers, watch us on there. Or listen to us on iTunes. Yeah. We're 8-Bit Bourbon. We're 8bitbourbon@gmail.com. If you have any questions, we'll talk about anything you guys want us to on the podcast.
If you want to be honest, if you could write your name at 8bitbourbon.com and it'll get to us.
That's also true.
You can be funny.
That's also true. I don't know if we'll know what it comes in as. Will we?
No.
Okay.
But they don't know that.
Yeah, it's true.
So be cute.
8bitbourbon.com. Don't comment on articles. Just send us an email because we already missed one of the best comments ever.
We're not very good at it.
We got a lot of spam on there. 8bitbourbon Twitter, 8bitbourbon Instagram, 8bitbourbon/r/8bitbourbon.
That's Reddit.
Facebook.com/8bitbourbon.
Instagram that we never check.
Yeah, I know. I love mentioning that. Anyway, that's Twitter. All we got. I think I said that. 8bitbourbon on Twitter.
Follow Andy at Andy Polidor.
Yes.
You can follow me at Baynard17. You can follow us on Twitch. We are currently at A Baynard. Yeah. We're gonna get it to.
You just take my. I made the Twitch one. Just take it.
I know, but
we'll both have it.
I just don't know how it works. We'll
figure it out.
You can either do it.
Watch our Twitter.
TV/8bitbourbon or Twitch TV/A Baynard.
Watch our Twitter.
We're gonna try to do We're gonna do Halo after this.
Yeah,
if it works.
And by the way, please, write us questions, but also join us on Xbox Live because we want to play Halo with you. Adam is
Sir Baynuts.
Sir Baynuts.
Chad.
And I am 6-inch Surprise.
And Chad is Sir Chad Rock.
Sir Chad Rock.
But one last thing. 2 weeks we have our 52nd episode. So we're gonna need people to pay attention to episode
questions,
51.
Guests.
No, just pay attention.
Yeah. Right.
Episode 51 is gonna have all the answers to your questions of what we're gonna do.
Yep.
We're gonna lay it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big plan.
Episode 51 is gonna be a big one, so make sure you pay attention.
So get at us. I'm Andy.
I'm Adam.
We're 8-Bit Bourbon.
Halo.